Oh hey, long time no see. You been looking for me? Y'all miss me? I'm sure will. So if you guys watch Kyle's videos, y'all already know what's going on, but you're probably confused. The RX-7 is in the trailer. I've been fixing the truck and doing all kinds of stuff, so I know it has been a minute. We have been working. I've been busier than hell trying to make this happen. So if you don't know, I'll tell you, I'm headed to Florida. I'm gonna be taking the RX-7 with me. I'm gonna be there for like about a month and a half. The plan is I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna work on my car for about a week until FL2K is over, and then once FL2K is over, I'm gonna be cutting the cage out of Kyle's car, and we're gonna be doing a 25-1 in his car, so he's good for a 6.0 cert. Knock that out really quick, hopefully about a week and a half, and then the rest of it I'm gonna try to get the RX-7 done, and then possibly do some racing down there as well, take you guys along for the ride. So sorry, it has been a minute, or more like a month and a half, almost 2 months, but I have been working. I got some footage of the car as well. I'm just loading up the rest of the stuff. There's a whole bunch of car parts for the RX-7, and then we'll be headed to Florida tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this stuff up, go edit this video for you guys. The video might be kind of slapped together because this was like over the course of like almost a month. So I have been working on it, it's just been little progress. So hope you guys are excited, I'm excited, and I guess we'll start with the video. What is up, everybody? Man, it has been a minute. I honestly think, what was the last video? I think the last video I made was cutting the cage apart. Now, I don't know if I mentioned in that video, but I'm getting rid of these seats. So if any of y'all want these seats. So what I'm working on today is a steam port kit, right? So not a kit, but I was going to buy a kit and they never, I don't know, all the ones I saw didn't look like how I wanted them, and they looked like I'd have to modify them or the lines are gonna be too short, whatever. So I pieced together these nice fittings from Color Fittings, as you guys already know. They sponsored the Dash 16 lines for all the coolant stuff, and I figured, well, we might as well do that, get some nice Dash 4 AN stuff for all the steam port stuff. We'll get that set up, and then also I have a whole bunch of them, as you can see, because, and you can see my boost controller here. I have some more coming because I messed up and ordered the wrong ones, but I'm also doing all my vacuum lines like that as well. Now, I was gonna use just regular 1/4" line, but it's weird, the camera doesn't pick up the purple on these fittings, so they look more purpley, they look really dull right now. But I'm gonna be using Dash 4 AN lines for all my vacuum stuff. It looks a little weird going like this, but I was hoping I could like use a 90 on these and make them more straight, but it's not gonna happen. It's all good, it'll leave me a little bit of room to clock these. But so I'm doing Dash 4 AN lines for all my vacuum stuff, so I got that all figured out. I got a new map sensor, got some other things figured out as well. So this weekend I'm going to be working on the pedals because they need to be modified. I got a throttle cable for it. I also need to mount the trans cooler. I got a new trans cooler, or I'm reusing my old trans cooler with the fan, then I can need to get lines for it. I'm also gonna be working on cleaning up the valve covers, shaving them, and then capping all the bungs because I'm gonna do a Dash 16 on the Valley, so it works out perfect. I gotta pull the intake off anyways to do all the steam port stuff. So I'm gonna pull the Valley cover off, make a nice baffle for it, and then also weld a Dash 16 bung on it. So that's gonna be kind of the plans today, pull the intake off. I don't know how far I'm gonna get tonight, but I can finish it up tomorrow with my little 1 hour work session, I guess, a day. I have been really bad at sticking at it, but let's get to it, I guess. And I appreciate y'all following along. So here's the thing, I have motivation to get this done. I just have been so busy with customer stuff. It's been unreal. I appreciate all the support and love from everybody that brings me the cars to work on it or whatever jobs they have me do. So here's the thing, I'm tired of not racing and I'm tired of working on everybody else's stuff. I mean, I love working on people's stuff and I like making money, but at the same time, I need something to do for fun because working Saturday and Sunday on customer stuff is not fun. And getting the race car done and going to like a race event Saturday, Sunday sounds a lot more fun, or going down and seeing the boys down in Florida for like a month sounds like way more fun. So anyways, that's my little spiel and just letting you guys know what's going on, and that's what you guys can expect. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be making, but like I said before, go follow me on Instagram if you wanna see videos before I release them, because I always post on there. And yeah, we'll get back to the video. So check it out, this is what we're working with. These are these nice little steam port fittings that have a Dash 4 end on them. So I'll show you guys, I got the backside made already. These are from Faster LLC on eBay. These dudes make some really nice fittings, so just a side note. But they make these weird, nice little adapters. But check out what we got going on. So, as you can see, we got one of those fittings on both sides, right? I got a 90 over. It's got this nice little T thing on it, and then this one is gonna sit down below the intake, run over to this one. I'm gonna put them on and I'll show you, but I'm gonna put this on there, put another T, run it straight to that side, and then it is going to like go out into the radiator over here. So let me go ahead and put these on there, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like before I put the intake back on. I'm probably just gonna set it on there for now because I still gotta pull the valley cover off. When I go to weld the dash 16 bung on the valley cover, I actually need to make a nice baffle for it. Oh geez. I need to make a nice baffle for it, so that's gonna be an ordeal, and I'm not gonna have time to do it tonight. And yeah, let me do these lines really quick. So it's been about a week since I filmed anything, but I did get the steam port lines all finished up. This one runs underneath the intake. Like I told you guys, this one runs over. And as you guys can see too, so I did already do my valley cover. I got this 1.5" 90. I got a baffle in there. I'll show you guys when I pull it off, but I was just double checking. Well, actually I just put it on there so you guys could see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna pull it off and bring it to the powder coaters. I already took the wastegates off. And if you guys can see too, I don't know if you noticed right away, I did get different valve covers. They don't have any coil mounts on them because my coils are down below, of course. And they don't have any breathers on them, which is nice, makes them nice and clean because I only need this one big dash 16 breather. I'm gonna run a fitting down there and then make a little, I forget what they call it, a containment tank, I guess, in the back that vents to atmosphere out back there. So that way if this thing ever like grenades a piston or wants to shoot all the oil out of the crankcase, it'll contain it back there and not go everywhere inside the car or in the engine bay or on the ground. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, bring this to the powder coater, and get to it. This is what the valley cover looks like off. Kind of a little ugly, but the powder coater will make it nice. You won't really be able to see any of it. It's got some holes here in the middle where the cam openings aren't. And then I welded it around here just that way, hopefully no oil can get into the fitting easier. Hopefully this baffle works really good. My boy Nick over at PTS Fab, always helping me, told me this was the best way to do it. And so I listened to him because he got a lot of fast cars. So anyways, got this. Got the tops of the wastegates since I messed that one up. I'm gonna get them powder coated black and then head back here and work on it some more. All right, so I did get back from the powder coater and I got a lot of this stuff installed. As you can see, I've made a little bit of progress. I've been working on it every little bit at nighttime. Been working on this thing. This thing has been, man, talk about a car that beat my ass. This thing, yeah, I put this big 88 in there and reused some of the old stuff. Try to like work with this dude's budget as best I could. And then like the radiator got messed up and all kinds of stuff, so I had to order my radiator. Now I'm waiting for it. But anyways, we're working on this, trying to de-stress, I guess. And yeah, this came out really good. Looks nice in there. I like it. Looks good with these fittings and stuff. I got all the like the 16 or 15 foot of dash 16 to run to the back. I haven't made the little expansion pot back there yet, but I'm just trying to do the vacuum lines for now so I can get everything like plumb the boost controller done, get all the vacuum lines done, put the intake back on and not have to pull it back off again so it doesn't sit here like opened all the dust and stuff. So got the intake over here. I loose. I welded these bungs and things on it. So if you're curious what's going on back here, this is a dash 6 bung for my brake booster, and then this is a dash 4 bung for the wastegate lines, and then these two in here, one's for the blow valve, one's for the fuel pressure regulator. And then this guy right here, this little part back here is made for like a stock style map sensor, and I had one, but the one I had didn't fit this hole for some reason, so I don't know why the hole was so big or what, but I did go ahead. I got this low dollar Motorsports 4-bar map sensor. My other one was a 3-bar. So I just had John over at Bully Racing turn this down for me so it sat in there nice and slow. So I just thread this guy in there and then my map sensor will be in there all nice and stuff. It looks a little ugly, but I might polish it up. Got my wastegates and stuff back too from the powder coater. They definitely look way better than they were. I mean, they're a little bit damaged still, like I said, because I messed them up, but it's all good. Gonna put the wastegates back together and put everything on there. Wyatt and Kyle are back in town too, so I think later tonight I'm gonna go over to PFI, and then sometime this week they'll be coming here, I think, to come hang out. So maybe we'll do. So I'm sure once they come by, I'll film some things because it'll be a little bit different since they last saw it. And then also Wyatt may buy my other race quip seat, so I already got one sold, and I might have the other one sold by the end of this video. So check it out. I got the wastegate lines all ran. I actually mounted this 4-port. I mean, it's not like fancy mounted, but it's got these stock holes right here, so I just put some screws through there with some nuts on the back side of the shock tower. Got to add a nice connector to that still, but we're not worried about that. All this stuff's just loose because I'm still mocking up the dump tubes and stuff. I'll show you that here in just a second, but it is coming together. I also even got the, it's so weird, the camera doesn't pick up the colors on this thing very well. It looks like really dull in the video, but I got the blow-off valve line done. I got the fuel pressure regulator line done. That's this one here in the middle. Just routes right back over into here. I got this little bung thing welded on there for my map sensor, and it's all done up. I actually, Color Fitting guys reached out. They're gonna send me purple fittings for these little fuel rails and stuff. And then this fitting right here is a -6 line. I'm gonna run this over here to my booster.
What's up, you big dumb idiot?
Huh?
What's up, big dumb idiot?
What's up, you big dumb dummy?
Dude, this thing autofocus sucks.
Well, if you try to half shutter it, it does, because you're not gonna give it enough time to, like, it freaks it out if you try to do that. I don't know why, but
You freaked me out. Don't see me complaining.
Sure. Whatever, Mr. Leave your trash everywhere you fucking go.
And Mr. Steal Your Welder.
Yeah, this guy.
You think I'm kidding, bro? I'm rolling out with that thing.
You are not.
Bet.
I'll call the police.
Bet. You gonna call the policia on your best gay friend?
Okay. Well, alright then.
You're gonna call the police on your bromance? What the frick, bro?
On my boyfriend?
I swear.
So I pulled the trans pan off to weld this nut on here. It's for a temperature gauge. It's this little, like, I don't even know what it is. It's for like a motorcycle, but it reads up to like 250 degrees. So it should be plenty good for my trans temp. I've never had one before, and I've had this journey has been through hell. But yeah, I've never had a trans temp gauge, so I put this bung on there, and now I just gotta install the pan back on there. Long time no see. I have been super preoccupied with this thing right here. As you can see, it looks pretty ridiculous. I'm gonna show you guys underneath here before I lower it down, but check that out. Got twin 44s routed into the big old 5-inch. Thought I'd show y'all what it looked like under here before I showed you the upper piece. So, because it all gets kind of hidden. But let me lower this down really quick and I'll show you guys what I've been working on. So this is a notchback I've been working on. It's a pretty cool little Mustang. It's got a Coyote. It's all done up and everything. Nice air to water on it. This was kind of a little bit tricky because he wanted to go from 3-inch to 4-inch, and it's super short. Had to have room for 2 blow-off valves. And the problem with this thing was this vibrant clamp was so close to the hood that with these pie cuts I had to bring it down and over this way at the same time. So that is why it has pie cuts on it and looks kind of goofy. But yeah, got this thing to just barely fit in there. Got a little bit of room there. Got a little bracket made right there. Nothing too beefy for it. This thing does have solid motor mounts. And yeah, big old 103 with a massive 5-inch bumper exit here. I guess I'd call it a fender bumper, whatever you want to call it. It looks pretty cool though. It is a little bit ridiculous looking. I'm going to put the bumper on here in just a second. It's all finished up, minus I got to clean it and wash it just because it's so dirty. It's been like probably 2 weeks since I've done anything on the RX-7, so tomorrow I'm going to be working on it. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this cool project I was doing. So I like to keep you guys updated sometimes. I've been doing a lot of cool stuff. I got a lot of stuff that's going to be going on at the end of September. You guys will be excited for it. And yeah, so I'm just trying to play catch up so that way I can still do that in September. Anyways, we will be working on the RX-7 in just a second. So I have been jumping all over the place and have been doing a terrible job filming it. I don't know. It's not that I get distracted. I feel like what was it? The other weekend I was doing the dump tubes, right, recircling them back into the exhaust, and I don't know why I got distracted on doing the transmission pan, but I think it was because I wanted to be able to start it up and then be able to like move it around the shop without having to push it. So I was gonna get the trans pan back on there with the temp in it, and then I got distracted. So, and then of course that was another fiasco in and of itself because one of the bolts was already stripped. Well, they've been kind of messed up for a while, and then when I pulled it out, it just pulled all the aluminum with it. So I had to get a helicoil for it. So I helicoiled it last weekend and I installed the pan, and then now I need to run the transcooler line. So I believe I showed you guys the transcooler. I'm not too sure. If I didn't, the transcooler's in the back. I have all the lines and everything, and I also have more stuff that I have to do. So what I'm going to end this video off with, I don't know if I'm going to mess with this, but I ended up changing my mind on how I wanted to do this as well. So like I had footage from it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So this is going to end up going something like this, just like that, and then I will be running this one just straight over into this. like I'll be cutting a big old hole in this thing and merging it right into it. So this is the simplest and easiest way I could get it to work, because the little collector method I was going to try didn't work. So that also leads me to my next point as well. Color fittings. At Color Fittings, shout out again, because they sponsored the original Dash 16 stuff, and then I ordered all this Dash 4 stuff over here, like all this stuff for the blow off, or for the wastegates, and then also for the blow off valve and some other little things. Well, he noticed on my Instagram story that I still had these in black fittings, and I also needed to replace these because some of these fittings are like kind of old, and because the hood was off, the like anodized is all messed up on it, and they look kind of ugly. So he sent new fittings to replace all these and to fix these lines up, so I need to do that as well today. I need to bolt the intake on, attach all the fuel lines. I need to also, because I did replace one of the fittings in the back because it was leaking, I need to put fuel in it and see if it leaks. So I think I'm going to start it later today, now that I can actually put some water in it. The fans are working, so I can actually get it up to temp and see if I have any transmission leaks, etc., etc. So now it's a whole lot of rambling, but it's what we've been up to, and just thought I'd take you guys along. So what have I been up to? I have been, like yesterday, we're trying to figure out how to bleed this thing, and I could not get it to bleed right. Like I used my little funnel bleeder, and then all of a sudden it gets like 200 degrees and it just starts shooting out of it like it's boiling already. Which obviously the water is hot there, but like it should start to like maintain itself right about there, right? Like it should start, like it just got done bleeding all the air bubbles out of it, and then I know it just starts shooting everywhere. So that led me to my next thing. I thought about it a little bit, and on the top outlet of the pump is where most of the water comes out on these LS's. And at first I had that routed to the smaller secondary radiator, and then that is right by the fill cap. So I was like, well, maybe it's got way too much pressure there. Instead of like going down through the radiators, it's going up out of it. So what I did was I switched it around. Now, if you guys remember, this line right here used to run from here up to there and then back down and around to the top port. Well, this is just my secondary radiator. This is my main one. So now it made more sense to me, which now, like, I don't even know why I did it the other way to begin with, but to run the pump straight to here, so that way it pumps it around, because this is a split radiator, so it's a dual flow, it has to run around and back up to the other one. So it uses this core as the main cooling capacity for it, pumps it through that line right there. No. So it pumps it through that line, back up to here, and then it flows down and back into the motor there. And so like, it's kind of crazy, just touching this right here is really hot, and then this hose right here is like just lukewarm. So it's doing a really good job cooling it. I've been running it already. I'm kind of concerned. I still hear like quite a bit of lifter noise. I don't know if it's gonna go away. Like these, I don't remember this motor making a bunch of lifter noise, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm hoping they might like pump up. It's been sitting for a really long time, but I feel like by now they would have pumped up. So anyways, I want also at Wyatt, F you buddy, this thing does not shoot any oil out of it. This little baffle right here and all that stuff, he's like, oh man, that thing's gonna shoot oil everywhere. It works great. I'm super happy with this Dash 16 on the valley cover, cleaned everything up. But anyways, so that was my fiasco last night, was just trying to get this thing bled. I got it all figured out. I need to get a different fan for this. It works and it maintains temp, but this isn't a spall fan, and a spall fan would work so much better on this. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and order one of those. I'm kind of mad because I ordered this from Jegs and I thought it came with a spall fan, and it did not come with one, which is annoying. But anyways, let me start up for you guys. I just have this, I think the O2 is getting some false readings because I have this just chilling there. So let me start up for you guys. It's maintaining about like 205 right now, and it seems pretty happy. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right, so we'll do ignition on, fuel pump, starter, fans. Chilling at 200. Blow-off valve is actually hooked up finally. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but do you hear this little tick? I don't know. Check her out. You want to see our breather port? makes me happy. It's been such a nightmare. Yeah, I might have wasted quite a bit of water trying to figure this thing out. It's 6 gallons there, and then I had another 3 in the trash, and then plus the other time trying to bleed this. So yeah, I'm excited. It makes me super excited that I was finally able to bleed it and get it to maintain temp. It definitely does need more fan, like I said earlier. Right now it just has like a really shitty fan on that secondary radiator, and it has a decent fan on the other one, but they're both not spalls. So I'm gonna order spalls for those, and they will be good to go, I'm sure, after that, and it will maintain probably like a 200-degree temp. Oh, I was gonna say, okay, so I switched around all those hoses and stuff, but I was still having issues with it flinging the coolant out of it. So I thought, well, what are the odds that the thermostat is just bad? So I ordered a new one. Was like, screw it, I'm about to give up for today because I need to work on this S10. I was like, let me just go get a thermostat from the parts store. They had a 187 there, and so I was like, let's just swap it out, see what happens. Swap it out, and of course that's all the problem was the whole time. So I think it might have been fine with those lines there if the thermostat wouldn't have been stuck closed, but yeah, I don't know. It makes more sense like this, so, and it looks a little bit cleaner, and I got it to work. So yeah, anyways guys, I don't know what else I'm gonna plan for this video. I might wait till I like flare the brake lines and do the brake lines, mount the shifter, and go like just like putz it around the street. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do next. Might be a little bit, but yeah, I'm busy with work, and I got a lot of stuff going on before I leave at the end of September. So well, that is where I'm going to end off this video. Sorry if it was hectic and all over the place. I did basically get the dump tubes done. I got the trans stuff all done. I got started up, got it bled. Got a lot of stuff done, so there should be maybe like a week and a half to 2 weeks of thrashing on it down in Florida, and it should be ready to maybe go drive around, hopefully make a pass maybe. We'll see, make some power on the dyno. I'm not too sure yet. As you can see behind me, got the truck all and trailer all ready to go. I put a whole lot of love into this thing that I didn't show on camera, but I got rid of these shitty spacers, like the leveling spacers on it. Got some Thurin soft rides, some sway bar stuff. I got the solid track bar. I got new control arms, new upper and lower ball joints, the bearings, and like the spindle hubs, everything. All that's all done. I never showed this before, but this seat, I already got fucking stains all over it. But this seat cushion and seat was clapped out, same with the other side. So I took them out, replaced them. Also took this out, fixed all the rips in it because these seats were like all leaned over. So I fixed both seats. Those are good to go. I also had to fix some stuff on the trailer, of course, because I had been neglecting it and I haven't been racing. And so I did the backing plates on this as well. Took all the bearings out, repacked them, make sure everything was good. And then I also had to replace the little skylight thing on this. So the RX-7 is all loaded up, ready to leave tomorrow in the morning. We're gonna be headed to Tom's first, and we're gonna stop and stay with Tom, the dude with the the orange Pro Front car. You guys know him. I did some wheelie bars for him, and you guys would know him from Brent's videos. But anyways, we're gonna stop there first, hang out for a day in Nashville, because I've never got to see Nashville. And then we'll be going to see the boys. We probably won't see them right away because they're gonna be down in Texas at Ecclesia Cars. But nonetheless, we'll see them in a couple of days. I'm gonna get there and start working on my car right away. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited for what's to come. I'm exhausted. I don't know if you can tell how tired I am, but I have been going just like non-stop for the past month trying to make this happen. So between getting enough money saved to go out there and getting all my customer stuff done, and then moving my kind of like my customers that I had scheduled around. So yeah, anyways guys, I hope you guys are excited. It's a lot to get this to work, and I'm excited. I'm tired, but I'm excited. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys in Florida. See ya.